Our top story tonight is the continuing controversy in North Idaho after a woman was dragged out of a town hall meeting in Coeur d'Alene.
A fundraiser was set up for the woman, and it is continuing to grow. Friends close to Dr. Teresa Borenpaul tell KREM 2 News she could hire an attorney within days. In our effort to bring you more to every story, we wanted to hear from the experts about what rights you have at events like that town hall and if this type of forcible removal is legal.
KREM 2's Shannon Mowdy spoke with a Gonzaga law professor today to get you answers.
Well, we know from that fundraiser and from speaking with close friends of Dr. Borenpaul, she does plan to hire an attorney. So we wanted to find out what kind of case she could have and how your right to free speech applies in situations like this.
There's an opportunity for you to sound off.
Public town hall or private event? That's been a big question ever since Dr. Teresa Borenpaul was pulled from her seat. So we questioned an expert, GU law professor Erica Goldberg.
Yeah, the way that this is being talked about in the public right now is a bit surprising to me.
Goldberg says the law is nonpartisan and pretty clear.
Across the board in a nonpartisan way, like coordinated efforts to disrupt are not allowed because that's the opposite of free speech anyway.
She says the town hall would likely be a public event.
However, it's not like a public street or park. It's what we call a limited public forum. So the government can limit the event to certain topics or certain speakers.
But whether Dr. Borenpaul has a successful case of constitutional violation hinges on a few factors. Her free speech rights may have been violated, Goldberg says, if she wasn't repeatedly disrupting the meeting or if she wasn't alone in her outbursts.
And lots of other people were engaging in isolated heckling that weren't shutting down an event, and they targeted her for who she is and for her views.
Goldberg says there will likely be scrutiny over whether security guards were acting under the oversight of Sheriff Bob Norris.
It does then likely convert it into state action, and it will be scrutinized under the First Amendment and likely under the Fourth Amendment as well.
A battery citation against Borenpaul was dropped by the county prosecutor. Coeur d'Alene police say in the interest of justice.
Which means the police are worried that she has I think the fact that they're dropping this claim means they are worried that she has a viable lawsuit.
Sheriff Norris declined our interview request at the advice of his counsel, but a sheriff's office PIO tells me that Sheriff Norris actually requested the independent investigation into his own conduct at that meeting for transparency and public trust. Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.